At last weekend's No Kings protest in Washington, D.C., inflatable chickens bobbed above a crowd that, according to demographic research, was made up mostly of educated white women in their 40s. Psychotherapist Jonathan Alpert said that the No Kings protests are a snapshot of an era when emotional catharsis and civic activism have begun to blur. The protest, which drew thousands to the nation's capital and similar rallies across the country, was aimed at denouncing what participants described as President Donald Trump's kingship and blatant authoritarianism. According to researchers at American University who track protest movements and whose findings were first reported by Axios, the typical DC attendee was an educated white woman in her 40s who learned about the demonstration through friends or social media. The No Kings movement allows people to feel belonging and community, Alpert said. Sharing grievances with like-minded people feels good, but it doesn't necessarily change anything. Alpert, who's the author of his forthcoming book, Therapy Nation, said that therapy speak is everywhere in our culture. Therapy speak is everywhere, in dating apps, on the news, even in political rallies. People start labeling others as narcissists or traumatized when those aren't clinical diagnoses. Alpert sees that hunger for connection as central to the No Kings phenomenon. People are craving community, and this gives them a place to channel that. They're surrounded by others who validate how they feel, and that validation can be addictive. Some protesters are equating the No Kings movement with the civil rights movement. In their minds, there's an equivalency, but there really isn't. They want to be part of something historically meaningful, and that longing can distort perspective. That fleeting catharsis, Alpert added, can also mask something darker. A lot of times, people are unhappy in their own lives. They may have anxiety or anger, and they project that onto others. That's partly what we're seeing play out at these rallies. Why are people wearing inflatable costumes to protests? During No Kings protests across the nation last Saturday, individuals sporting inflatable T-Rex, elephants, and other brightly colored costumes flooded the streets. Supporters say the inflatable costumes draw attention without violence. The tactic started in Portland, Oregon during protests against U.S. immigration and customs enforcement operations. They want us to be violent, protester Claudia Schultz, wearing an inflatable pig costume, told the Miami Herald. You can't get any less violent than this.